Hey guys, Kevin, Muddy River Tactical. Today we have the Springfield Prodigy. So full disclaimer on this is a Springfield Prodigy that I bought full price with my own money. I actually bought it through Palmetto State, I believe. Paid it's like $12.99 or whatever it was. So this isn't a gun that Springfield gave me. And I did get it and I did have issues with it like a number of people have. I mean, most videos you see on the Prodigy are issues and stuff when they first came out. So I did have those issues, and this pistol has been to Springfield and is now back. So let's take it to the range after Springfield's had the chance to fix it and see how it really performs. All right, guys, like I said, this Springfield Prodigy just came back from Springfield. It came back, they polished the feed ramp and did 3 or 4 other things to hopefully fix it. They say it's fixed, so I truly hope it is. The crazy thing about this pistol is when I first got it and shot it, and it had, failure to eject, failure to return the battery, all sorts of issues. I mean, it was just one issue after another. Literally every 2 or 3 rounds, there was some type of hiccup with it when I first got it. But the crazy thing about that whole experience is, and I told many people this, is in between the failures, I kept thinking to myself how good and how smooth this gun shoots. Which I know is absolutely crazy to say when you're talking about a gun that you have to send back to get fixed and having issues every 2 or 3 rounds. But in all honesty, it is super smooth even then. So I'm super excited to get it back. And when we took it to the range, this thing did not disappoint at all. We have shot 500 rounds through this Prodigy now that we've got it back with 0 issues. And I've shot all types of ammo. I've even shot the Reman 115 grain ammo that they don't really suggest you shooting through. A lot of guys I've seen shooting are shooting 124 grain. Which they say will cycle better through this. I shot Reman 115s and it cycled everything. So I'm super impressed. Am I happy that you got to spend $1,300 and send it back to any manufacturer but Springfield to get something fixed? Not really, but if you look back through the history of all these guns, the SIG 365 is a super popular gun. When they came out, they had issues. There's a number of guns that have had issues. Or even if you want to compare it to the Staccato, because the Staccato is the next thing up from this, even though it's double the price. They've just been around longer. But Staccato, when they first came out, had a number of problems as well. So it's just kind of one of those things. It's not great, but as long as the company is willing to fix the issue, which Springfield has been great to deal with, I'm not one of those people that are going to sit there and knock them for it. In manufacturing, things happen. Good, bad, or indifferent, it did happen. I have heard that the new ones are coming from the factory now with all the issues fixed. So hopefully this isn't an issue for all the new ones. But if you are, I guess, unlucky and get one of the first ones like I did that still have issues, you can at least know that Springfield will get you taken care of. So it came back and, like I said, super reliable for 500 rounds. At the end of the day, I mean, any 1911, and not just the Springfields or Staccatos, any of them, all 1911s are going to be more finicky than a Glock or something like that of the striker fired guns. So if it was me, this isn't a gun that I'm going to take and, carry for personal protection or anything like this. To me, this is truly a pleasure shooting range gun. And not saying that's not reliable, but any 1911 is never going to be as reliable as a Glock or something like that can get dirty, muddy, all that, and still fire all the time. A lot of these Kimbers, Staccatos, all of them, they start getting dirty, they start having issues. It's just kind of the bad part of this platform, in my experience anyways. So for me to say that this thing's 100% reliable, I'd trust my life on it, I can't say that. I mean, and that's just being honest with you guys. But for 500 rounds to have no failures after what it has, I think we're at least on the right track. I'm definitely going to put another 1,000 or 1,500 rounds through it and just kind of build my confidence back up in it. But when this thing shoots like it's supposed to, like it has been, I mean, it's such a smooth and such a good shooting gun. In all honesty, I've shot a lot of other people's Staccatos. I've never had the pocketbook to really buy a Staccato. But I've shot a lot of them, And this thing shoots just as good as the Staccato does, in my opinion. And I'm not saying it's the same quality as a Staccato at all, but I am saying that Springfield has made a very good gun here for being a production gun. It shoots just as smooth, and I actually like some of the features on it better than the Staccato. The grip on this Prodigy feels better to me than the Staccato. It's a real similar gun for half the price. So for guys like me and maybe you that can't afford $2,500 or $3,000 on one pistol, this is kind of a good middle of the road way to get a gun that performs that way. And like I said, Staccatos are great guns, not knocking them. I'd love to have a Staccato, but in a lot of ways, this thing shoots just as good. And hopefully Springfield's got the reliability where they can keep up with the Staccatos now. You know, like we said, Staccatos had issues in the past too, so nobody can really say that Staccatos have been bulletproof from the start either. They've come a long way and definitely are really good now, but they had some hiccups in the beginning as well. So this thing, we shot out to 80 yards, like you'd imagine, shoots super good. The trigger's super good. I mean, it is exactly what you'd expect for $1,300. And I honestly think at $1,300, if you can get one of these and get it sent in and fixed, or get one of the new ones that are already fixed for $1,300, it's a deal in my opinion. And I know a lot of people are going to argue that because they get stuck on the issues. But the way I look at it is, if a company's willing to fix it, I'm good with it. If it has problems after that, you know, I may have to look into other things. But right now, this thing's awesome. So if you're in the market for a Prodigy, you know, I wanted to do this video because there's so many videos out there on YouTube, especially. A lot of these people are getting their views from it. You know, we're a holster company. We make all of our money, support our family off of the holster business, not guns, not Springfield. You know, so I can give you an unbiased opinion. And if it was me and spending my own money, which I did on this gun, I would buy this gun again. So I just want to give you guys the honest opinion from that state of view, instead of somebody that's been sent a gun from Springfield and they telling you, oh, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread and I've never had a problem with it because they got it from Springfield, or because they get guns from some other place and are a Staccato person or whatever and are just going to bash this gun because of that. So I just wanted to give it an honest take. Like I said, with 1911s, the main thing about this, like I've shot 500 rounds through it without cleaning it. It would be unfair for me to take it back to the range and expect it to shoot another 500 rounds without cleaning it. So before I take it back, I'll clean it. You know, that's just part of this platform that I think some people miss as well. If you're used to the Glocks and the striker fire guns that you never clean, I mean, I know some of these guys that are shooting Glocks that shoot 4,000 or 5,000 rounds through it before they clean them. That's just not what these guns are and what you can do with them. Even the Staccatos get dirty and they're going to have issues. So if you're in the market for a double stack 1911, I definitely would consider a Prodigy for half the money of the Staccato. It's a great gun all around and shoots just as good in a lot of ways. So definitely check them out. If you need a holster for your Prodigy or any of your other pistols, check us out at muddyrivertactical.com and we can get you taken care of. Until next time, keep practicing and always be prepared.